Hey, David, what you doing?
Hey, Chris. Got a little problem. I think I'm in the right spot.
What's your little problem?
I got a hole in the wall.
Oh, how big is it?
Well, I think it's about that big.
Nice. Well, that's pretty common. That's not a problem. So you can do this. We can fix it for you.
I don't have to feel bad?
You don't have to, well, you can feel bad. It's okay. But yes, we can fix it.
All right, so what do we need?
Well, there's a couple different things. Being that you have a small hole, it's very minimal in your repair cost and some of the material that you're going to need, okay? So you're going to need tape, either paper tape or mesh tape, either one, doesn't matter, either or.
Okay.
And then you're going to need some texture, spray
what
texture,
I was looking at. Okay.
whichever texture you have. Some of it's heavy, orange peel, some of it's a little lighter, so you can look at that and see which one will match what you have.
This one does actually all of them, fine to heavy. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
And you're going to need a patch kit of some kind, like a putty knife, and you're going to need a little bit of sheetrock mud, and that's it.
Pretty simple tools.
Pretty simple. Actually, if you come by any of the Parr Lumber Company stores, there you go. There's even a patch kit. Some information in a free brochure we have and how to do booklet at any of the locations.
Great, great. All right, well, we got the stuff. Ready to get started?
Yes, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
So, Chris, this is the hole. I said it was a hammer. I thought it sounded a little more glamorous. It's actually just from a towel rack, people pulling down, so it came out. So this is what I got.
No, that's okay. We can fix that. That's all right. It's doable. So what I have in my hand here is I have a repair kit. And it doesn't look like a traditional kit, but that's what it is. In here you have a piece of metal, piece of mesh tape, if you will, over top, and it's adhesive back. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you go ahead and start sanding the area. We're going to prepare the area to fix it. And so, you know, this will work for this size hole and maybe just a little bit bigger, because there are bigger patches out there, kits that you can buy.
But if it was bigger or if it was weight bearing here?
Yes, if it was bigger, you're going to have to get into more of a detailed fix or repair. Some people feel comfortable doing it, some people don't. You might want to call a professional, come down to Parr Lumber Company. We can recommend some people for you.
Okay.
But it will consist of you cutting out a bigger piece of sheetrock to the stud, putting blocking in, a new piece of sheetrock, mud, tape, that type of thing. So
sounds like you need to know what you're doing.
Exactly. It's not something that you want to just whip in there and do in 10 minutes.
What if it was a smaller hole? Like
smaller hole, actually, if you don't want to use a patch like this, which is kind of big for that, believe it or not, it's just like repairing a nail or screw hole that you take out from hanging up a picture.
Okay.
Just get you some putty, some featherweight or lightweight putty, put it in there, kind of smooth it down with your finger, let it dry, sand it a little bit, and paint right over it, and you're done.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, so I got that sanded and I cleaned it off.
Got it ready to go. So at this point, what I'm going to do is open this. I'm going to hand this to you.
Okay.
Okay. Open this up. And you'll kind of see what I'm talking about here as to what this is. Now, you're going to pull this back off right there, okay? You're going to pull it to expose.
The white back off?
Yep.
Okay.
That should be the adhesive. See how sticky that is?
Right.
Okay, now you're going to leave the clear plastic on the front for right now, but you are going to eventually pull that off too. And you want to center that up as best you can over the hole.
Look good.
Looks great.
Okay.
And then just press it with your finger and just hold on to it for just a little bit, enough time for that adhesive to kind of hold that up there.
Okay.
Now see, you've already fixed some of the hole. You're almost there. You're about 50% done.
Okay, but you can still see that there's something else there.
Yes.
So is that pretty secure?
That looks great to me. So at this point, you want to just grab, there's a little piece of clear plastic there on the top. You pull that off. Be careful you don't grab the mesh, which, you know, you'd pull it back off, the adhesive. There you go.
Okay.
You should be good to go. Just pull it right off. Okay, now look at that. Your hole's already covered up.
It's gone. My hole's gone. That was great. We're done?
And it's even solid right there, which is good. So, no, you're not done yet. So what you want to do now is you want to grab the mud we were talking about.
Okay.
And you want to use your small putty knife. There you go. And start in the middle, you know, and just kind of feather out. And, you know, if you want to put the putty on there with the small knife and then use a larger or wider blade to kind of feather out, that's fine too. Go at your own pace. Don't feel like you're in a hurry. This stuff actually takes 15-20 minutes to set up.
Okay.
Very workable. You got plenty of time. And just you want to come all the way out here to the mesh.
And how thick am I trying to get this on?
You know, you want to make it to where you cannot see the mesh. So you can actually...
So it has to be a little thicker
There
than
you go.
Doing.
A little thicker, and then because you're going to sand it. Remember that. And that's going to get you down to the surface that you're trying to achieve.
So you said I could actually put it on with the small one and then maybe go to a bigger size tool?
Absolutely, absolutely. And that'll help you, you know, move it around a little faster.
Okay, so more like that is what you're looking
Absolutely,
for.
you're doing great.
Okay.
And you just repeat this process until you get this whole area covered up, and then you let it dry. And that's pretty much, then it's a waiting game.
Okay.
Once it dries, then you're going to sand it down smooth, and then you'll apply some texture, and you're done. Your hole is fixed.
Okay, well, I'll keep working and get this done. So Chris, how am I doing?
You're doing great. I mean, you've got plenty of mud on there. You've gotten out past your patch. You don't want to get too much bigger than what you are because you're just creating more work for yourself. What you're going to be doing here is, as you're feathering out, you don't want it to be thick. People have asked me, well, you want to put them thick, right? Well, no, because then you'll have a knot or knob sticking out on your wall. So you want to be as thin as you can. And I've even had people say, well, you can see the patch there. Well, remember, we're still going to paint this. Okay, so you're going to cover that up. It's fine. So you feathered out very good, and then now it's just a waiting game at this point because we're going to come back after it's done. We're going to sand it, and then we're going to put some texture on there, and then it'll be ready for paint.
Sounds great.
Okay.
So Chris, I sanded it. It still seemed like it was a little bit wet. Are we okay, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. What we can do, we went out and we tested the texture, spray texture you have in your hand, and that's always a good idea because you don't know exactly what texture you want on your wall. So we have fine, medium, and heavy, and you can always start with the fine. You can always add more, but you can't take it back off, right? So what we can do is go ahead and have you apply your texture, and if it doesn't look right, you can just sand over that, get it to the smoothness you want, and reapply some texture.
Okay,
and
so
then,
let it dry, and then if it doesn't look right, then you can go back, just sand it again. Okay?
That's exactly right. Okay, that's actually looking pretty good. And as you can see, it's blue now, but it will dry white. And if you want to do this in stages, you want to go ahead and let that dry, see what it looks like. If it looks like it's going to be pretty nice, and go ahead and apply some more texture and finish it that way. But if not, like I said, just let it dry, sand it down smooth, and then do it again. Repeat the steps.
So that actually looks pretty close. I think maybe let that dry, and definitely maybe just one more real fine pass on it again, and that should be pretty good. And then once we paint it, we are going to lose all this other marking on it.
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct. It will be covered by the paint.
Great. Hey,
all right.
Appreciate your help.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
a lot. Made it a lot easier.